Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi, my name is Victoria and you should subscribe down below for videos about editing, reviews, and commentaries. And you should definitely hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video every Sunday or so. So today I'm going to be doing a review slash commentary on one of my favorite books, one of my favorite series, just one of the best books I have ever read, really, which is The Unbecoming of Dyer. And this book is written by Michelle Hodkin. I'm not quite sure when it came out. I think it was 2016, 2017-ish. It has approximately 450 pages with acknowledgements, and it is an amazing book. The first half of this video will be more review and slight commentary, and then the second half will have spoilers, but I will warn you before that. Okay, so let's start off with this. Like I said, written by Michelle Hodkin. Not quite sure around what year it is, as I already mentioned, but the actual book itself is so well written. If I had to rate this book, this is one of the only books, and possibly even the entire series, that I would give a 5 out of 5 to, just because it is just, the language used in this book is so amazing. If you're more into that sarcastic, funny, dark humor tone, then I would totally recommend you read this. This has everything you want, from romance to death to fantasy to superpowers, and it's really amazing. It has every genre you wanted. It ticked off. It has some comedy, it has some light bits, it has some dark bits, it has some family. It's amazing. It really is. Now if you don't know, I am a big fan of After. I love After. I have a fan page for After. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I would prefer this book over After, and that's saying a lot coming from me. I'm not sure if I would prefer it, but this book is definitely more well written and is more suited towards all age ranges, even though it was a little dark at times. Like I said, it's just amazing. It's an amazing book. There is nothing more to say. The tone of this book is it's slightly dark. It's slightly hazy, I want to say. It's kind of like you're remembering things. It's going back and forth. It's amazing. It's really well written. It's a bit confusing at times, but it takes you a while to get it. But once you get it, it makes the whole collection of books even more interesting, and it really is a book that'll have you anticipating what will happen from the beginning to the end. It keeps you it's very well rounded, in which the events are evenly spread out and there's something always going on that's really interesting, but it's not too overwhelming. And it's amazing. This book is really something that I would tell everybody to go and read, and you won't regret it. Trust me on this one, you will not regret it. The characters, one thing I like about them all are they're very snappy, quick, short sentences that have a very big impact. There's some long conversations, every single thing has a meaning to it. There's characters that you didn't really anticipate to have a bigger part, that come in throughout the whole series, that turn out to be bad guys, that turn out to be good guys, that turn out to have special things about them, and it's just very unexpected. Like, while you're reading this book, the whole time, every single time you think you know something, the book will go, ha, gotcha. Like, it's amazing. It's one of the best things you can do as an author, is to keep your reader interested, because you keep giving them plot twists, you keep giving them bumps in the road. It's gorgeously written. Michelle Hodkin really knows what she's doing with this series, and it's amazing. I know I've said amazing like 100 times by now, but it really is. The scenery described as well just sounds absolutely stunning. It's amazingly described. The description is perfection. And yeah, I don't think there's anything bad I have to say about this book, to be honest. The cover itself is gorgeous. Everything about this book is just amazing. I really don't think there's any negative commentary or constructive criticism that I have to give this book, except that maybe it may be a little confusing at times. It has a very sophisticated language kind of used in there, so maybe if you don't read a lot of, I don't want to say sophisticatedly written, but similar to that books which use larger words, they use not so commonly used words, they have some weird phrases that you might not have heard of, they quote stuff, they reference stuff all the time, then maybe I think you should go read up on that a little bit more, because I think this book might be a little confusing. But other than that, I really don't think there's anything else that I have to say that is not praise towards this book. Now I'm gonna go into the more spoilery part of this commentary, so I would recommend you go read this, because I don't think you're gonna understand anything I say if you don't go read the book first, and I don't want to spoil this for you. This is not worth spoiling. This is just, it's amazing. I know I said amazing again, but no, this is really something that's so worth reading, so you should go read it and then come back and see if you agree with me on my opinions. But anyhow, getting into the spoiler section, for one thing, I love Noah throughout this first book. The rest of the books, I'm not so sure, but this first book, I love him as a character. I'm not the biggest fan of him at times, because he is literally knows everything and still chooses not to believe a part that doesn't seem realistic to him, which is just like, dude, you basically have superpowers and you can kill people with your mind. You know, use your imagination a little. Anything's possible, you know? Put that logo there, you know, the one with the star. I think that's the only thing. Noah, sometimes I really wish someone would just, shake him in the shoulders and be like, dude, think about this. But other than that, Noah in this book is not too bad. Daniel, her brother, I love her brother. Her brother gives me life. Her little brother too. He wants to stop Sorry, but he wants to do trade marketing. I'm at 7? Something like that. Oh my god, that just gives me life. That reminds me of Smith from After, and I love that child with my whole heart, and I love this child with my whole heart, and just sarcastic little children that are too smart for their age are just my favorite type of characters, because you can't help but stand them because they're so unproblematic, and they're so they're so interesting to read about, and they always make you smile. So her family's pretty cool. Her dad is a bit iffy for me. I'm not quite sure about him. Her mom's okay. Her grandma, I'm not going to get into detail because I have read every single book in the Noah Shaw series too, so I don't want to go into anything and spoil that. But we don't really hear too much about her grandma in this one. I'm trying to think who else I know. Jude, hated Jude, always will hate Jude. And this is coming from me for who's read all 3 books. Even if it was meant to inspire something in me to be sorry for Jude, Jude to me is unforgivable. He tried to sexually assault her. That is not okay in any stretch of the imagination. I do not care what is wrong with you. That is not okay. In any form, type of situation, that is not okay. Her friends, Rachel was fine. Rachel was a bit annoying to me. Claire, I just wanted her gone. I was kind of happy she died, I'm not gonna lie. As for the people she killed, I'm a very villain type girl. I don't know how to describe it, but I love villains more than I love good characters. Good characters that apparently fight their demons and get around the other side, they bother me unless there's some major character development that's being well described and that has been stretched out over a pretty long period of time. I don't like it. I like how she figures it out. I like how she doesn't really embrace it fully in this one, but she's starting to accept it. She's starting to understand it, and I really love that about this one. As for the people she killed, the actual characters that she killed, honestly, the dog owner deserved to die, no question about it. Morales, she was just a bad teacher that just sucked. Do I think she deserves to die? No. Do I feel sorry for her? No. Would I have had her removed somehow if I was writing the book anyways, even if it wasn't from our killing her? Yes, definitely. She's that character that whenever you read about them, you're just either half asleep or angry, and I didn't like her, so I'm happy she's dead. Wow, that sounded really bad. The whole animal thing, being scared of her, I don't know, that just doesn't sit right with me personally. I'm not a big fan of that. But other than that, everything with Mara is fine. I think she's actually a great person with great humor, and I don't think I have anything to say about Mara. Having read all three books, I don't think I have anything bad to say about her. She literally saves everybody multiple times, and literally nobody believes her, even her friends or Noah, who's known this stuff, doesn't believe her at times, and she still pushes through and manages to win by herself. And something really interesting that was mentioned later on in the actual Noah Shaw series, but like I feel like you can even see it here. He's basically using her, he's pushing her further and further, and there's something good about like being pushed, because it really inspires you more. But like at this point, it kind of becomes more pressure. He's always pushing her to test her powers. She doesn't want to. He keeps pushing. He keeps doing this. Like, he's literally torturing her from the inside out. And he's supposed to be the one closest to her, which just was so messed up. The fact is, I wouldn't have even noticed that if it wasn't pointed out to me. It's very dark. It's very dark. It really is. The whole plot of, people who love you still might be torturing you and still might be toxic for you without even realizing it. The romance aspect of this was pretty good. It was a little ridiculous, but it was pretty well written, seeing as this is more of a fantasy than a romance. I mean, I think it was still interesting yet again. Noah is a little bit for me. I think he's a very well educated and intelligent character. However, would I have had him killed and maybe gone for a little longer? Possibly. I would have either honestly had him be gone more or stay more, because this in-between kind of thing was not making me happy. Then again, it was probably written like that. This entire thing, I feel like this is a very well-planned out book, and you can really tell because every single little character or plot that we had gets turned into something so large. And just is something you don't expect. So I think book is so well written because I think it's very well planned. And even the author herself, I have started reading her acknowledgement. I'm not sure which acknowledgement she said that, but I swear to God, I saw somewhere that she thanked a little hot dog stand. So I'm all for Michelle Hodkin. I think she's amazing. As for the book, one of the best books I've ever read. Would read it again. Have read it again. Will reread it 1,000 times if you give me the chance. Would watch the movie. Would try. If I was given the part of Mara Dyer, I would cry. If I watch anybody else portray Mara Dyer, I would also cry. Both happiness, because this is one of the best books I ever, and not even I've read. This is just one of the best books. Point blank. I think this totally deserves to be turned into a movie, and it's gorgeous, it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's stunning, it is absolutely unbeatable. Okay, that is it. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, comment down below what you would like to see next. Again, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!